NASA's recent press conference on November 19, 2025, became one of the most widely discussed space-related events of the year, as the agency unveiled an extraordinary set of images and scientific observations of Comet 3 I/Atlas, the third confirmed interstellar visitor ever recorded passing through our solar system. The conference opened with Associate Administrator Amit Kshatriya addressing a wave of public speculation that had erupted on social media over the last few weeks. Many people, fueled by rumors, had begun associating the unusual behavior and appearance of the object with extraterrestrial technology or alien life. Kshatriya emphasized firmly that there was no such evidence, and that Comet 3 I/Atlas is a natural, icy interstellar comet, an object made of frozen gases, rock, and dust, not a spacecraft or artificial probe. His statement set a calm and factual tone before NASA began revealing the remarkable imagery captured by a variety of spacecraft and telescopes spread across the solar system. During the press briefing, NASA explained that several of its major missions had been repositioned or reoriented to observe Comet 3 I/Atlas as closely and as frequently as possible. These included Earth-based space telescopes, orbiters around Mars, and deep space missions designed for long-range optical and infrared imaging. According to NASA's presentation, the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter obtained some of the clearest early images. The spacecraft, orbiting Mars at the time, captured the comet on October 2, 2025 from a distance of about 19 million miles. Scientists highlighted that even from such a vast distance, the comet's brightness and activity made it an ideal imaging target for high-resolution instruments. These early pictures showed a bright, compact nucleus surrounded by a thin coma, just the beginning of what would soon become a much more dramatic display as the comet approached its closest point to the Sun. In addition to NASA's own spacecraft, the global community of astrophotographers played a major role in documenting Comet 3 I/Atlas. Three highly respected amateur astrophotographers, Michael Yeager, Gerald Riemann, and Enrico Prosperi, shared some of the first detailed ground-based images as the comet emerged from its solar passage. Their pictures were posted on the ICQ Comet Observations page on Facebook, where thousands of astronomy enthusiasts gathered to follow each update. These early images showed the comet's structure becoming noticeably more active, with the nucleus brightening and the formation of multiple jets, each spraying gas and dust outward in different directions. This phenomenon is common when comets pass near a star. The intense heat causes frozen materials within the nucleus to vaporize rapidly, creating bursts of gas that escape through cracks on the comet's surface. In the case of 3 I/Atlas, the jets appeared especially dynamic, most likely because the comet was experiencing its first encounter with a hot star in millions, or even billions of years, since leaving the distant region of space where it originally formed. NASA confirmed that Comet 3 I/Atlas made its closest approach to the Sun on October 29, 2025, at precisely 11:47 Universal Time Coordinated. At that moment, the comet was about 1.36 astronomical units from the Sun, equal to roughly 126 million miles. Despite not coming extremely close compared to some comets that pass within Mercury's orbit, this distance was still sufficient to trigger dramatic heating and outgassing. Scientists explained during the conference that one reason interstellar comets are so interesting is that their chemical composition can differ significantly from comets formed within our solar system. Because they originate in entirely different planetary systems, their ices may contain chemical signatures that reveal details about the environments of distant stars. As a result, every new observation of 3 I/Atlas has the potential to expand scientific understanding of how planets form in other regions of the galaxy. Although the comet is now moving away from the Sun, its journey through our solar system is not yet complete. One of the most important future milestones will be its closest pass to Earth, expected on December 19, 2025. Even then, it will remain far from our planet, about 1.8 astronomical units away, which equals roughly 168 million miles. Because of this great distance, Comet 3 I/Atlas will never become bright enough to be visible to the naked eye. Only observers using telescopes, and especially those with equipment of at least 8 inches, 20 centimeters, in aperture or larger, will be able to detect it. NASA noted that the best viewing period will likely be late November, when the comet appears in the eastern sky before dawn. At this time, the dust and gas released during its recent perihelion passage are expected to remain highly reflective, giving telescope users a better chance to observe its evolving tail and the jets emerging from its core. Astronomers have already begun preparing for this window of observation, and space agencies are also contributing significantly. Between November 2nd and November 25th, the European Space Agency's Jupiter Icy Moons Explorer JUICE mission has been conducting targeted observations of Comet 3I/Atlas. JUICE, designed primarily to study Jupiter's icy moons, was able to adjust its instrument orientation to capture readings of the comet from its distant vantage point. Scientists explained that because JUICE is currently positioned in a region of space with less interference from the glare of the sun, it may be able to acquire some of the most detailed remote sensing data of the comet's activity. The mission's cameras and spectrometers are expected to reveal valuable information about the chemical composition of the coma and tail, as well as the temperature and structural properties of the nucleus. However, the JUICE team clarified that transmission delays mean they do not expect to receive the full data set until February 2026. Due to the spacecraft's communication schedule and bandwidth limitations. Researchers and enthusiasts alike are eagerly waiting for these findings, which could shed new light on the origin and makeup of the object. While Comet 3I/Atlas is currently the most scientifically intriguing object in the night sky, it is not the only comet making appearances in late 2025. NASA mentioned during the conference that 2 other comets are either visible or nearly visible from Earth at this time. These additional comets provide even more opportunities for astronomers to compare activity levels, track changes, and deepen understanding of how these icy visitors behave as they move through the solar system. With 3 significant comets present at once, the final months of 2025 have become an exciting period for professionals and amateur stargazers alike. Many astronomy clubs are organizing public telescope events, and online communities are buzzing with shared images, daily sky maps, and observation tips. As Comet 3I/Atlas continues its outward journey, scientists emphasized that its path will eventually carry it back into interstellar space, never to return. This makes the current observations a once-in-a-lifetime scientific opportunity. Interstellar objects like this are incredibly rare. Before 3I/Atlas, only 2 had ever been documented, Oumuamua in 2017 and 2I/Borisov in 2019. Every new detection adds another piece to the cosmic puzzle of how materials travel between star systems. By analyzing the dust grains, gas emissions, and thermal behavior of 3I/Atlas, researchers hope to learn whether it resembles objects formed around our sun or whether it carries signatures of an entirely different stellar environment. If the latter is true, then the comet could provide clues about the diversity of planetary systems and the conditions that might allow planets, and possibly life, to form elsewhere in the galaxy. NASA's press conference concluded with an optimistic message. The more we learn about visitors like Comet 3I/Atlas, the better we understand our place in the universe. Even though the comet will never shine brightly enough to be seen without a telescope, its scientific importance is immense. NASA encouraged the public to follow the continuing updates and to appreciate the opportunity to witness an object that began its journey around another star long before humans even existed. As the spacecraft and telescopes continue collecting data, the images and findings from Comet 3I/Atlas will likely shape scientific discussions for years to come, expanding humanity's knowledge of the vast and complex cosmos that surrounds us.